Hey there, I'm Cyber Michael, and I used to be a down-and-out schmuck like yourself. But then I founded Cyber Michael's used hovercar emporium and purchased myself a fly hovercar for dirt cheap, and now I'm living in style. People notice me, my parents like me again, and any stools I produce have the texture, shape, and smell of a freshly plucked rose, which is a hit with the ladies, let me tell you. I know what you're saying. Cyber Michael, how can I be as successful in life and love as you are? Easy, chum. Just mosey on down to Cyber Michael's used hovercar emporium for fantastical deals, which will leave you going, wow, what a deal! Don't have the cash? No problem. Partner with our sponsors at Rent-A-Kid need to work out an easy 2-time only payment plan. Cyber Michael's used hovercar emporium. Fly in style today.
Thanks, Cyber Michael.
Yes, Cyber Michael, he'll sort you out. So, hello everybody.
How we doing?
Pretty good. I'm Jamie.
I'm Nick.
And this is the Neon City Daily After Dark podcast episode number
8.
I'll insert that.
Don't spring that out. Yeah, I've got no idea.
So how you been, Nick?
Yeah. Existing. Had to miss last week because I was dying.
Yeah, you had the plague, right? Was it Corona?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I it's weird. I totally skipped Rona and went straight to throat infection.
Nice.
So that was super cool. Which let's face it, for what we're doing right now, it's like the one thing that goes, that's off the cards. So what do you sound like now, Nick? You sound like you're going to kill people with your razor voice.
You sound like you ate a blender.
Yeah, exactly. So that was great. Great. What about you, James?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing okay. Haven't been sick, which is great as well.
Which is a bonus.
I've just been kicking around and playing like a boatload of Phantasy Star Online.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Every time we talked, it didn't matter what day it was. It didn't matter what time it was. If you were online, I was like, hey man, what's going on? Oh, playing some PSO. That was it. That was the answer.
Like that
was just like how it happened. It was like you'd copy pasted the answer from yesterday. So
I can't help it. It's a big MMO and I'm enjoying it. And
see, I thought, I will admit, I thought once you hit level cap that you'd probably calm down.
Not really.
But
I
no.
kind of see. All right, there are two things that are happening. It's like one is that like I have switched classes because like they're going to be releasing a new content update. I think next month or something.
Yeah.
Which I believe will introduce another class.
Right.
And to play that class, from what I understand, you need to have 2 classes already at level cap.
Ugh.
And that will then unlock it. So the way that the game works is you have like your primary class and you level that up. Then I think when you hit level 20, you can apply a subclass. So say I was running as a bouncer and I also subclassed into a hunter so I could get like perks from the hunter skill tree. And that also levels alongside it. But once you hit level 55 with your subclass, you gotta switch that to your main class to level it any further. And the upside is that all the bonuses and stuff you get from other skill trees, from what I understand, are multiplicative. So it all is up and stacks up and makes your character just tougher. So it's all worth it to do it. And then so I'm doing that. And then also like on the other side of things is like the PSO fashion, where it's they keep releasing all these like clothing packs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and so I gotta grind out.
That.
Yeah, I gotta grind out my setter so I can buy it from the player stores.
You need those pants. You need those pants. I do keep seeing that in banners and stuff. So
yeah, it's funny because I play as a cast, and the fashion options for the cast are fairly limited. There are some where it's like, okay, this is like it's generally male clothing. And if you put it on your robot, he just gets like a human body, and you can give him like a human face if you want. And
really?
Yeah, there's that option.
Jeez.
And or you can have like a human body on, a human face on a robot body.
Robot head, yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
so
space marine.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever you like. But there are some clothing options that you have to have a human male or you have to have a human female to wear them. Like you can't just have like a cast. So I've also got like a couple of other characters who are just basically there for if I get items that I'm like I can't use this on my main character.
Yeah.
I'll dress up these characters, and
Right.
and pretty much all the best clothing items are for women anyway. So you got to have like a chick character so that you can make yourself look great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's this whole like I don't know. I'm just doing a whole bunch of things at once in the game, and I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun.
It does sound like a lot. I still have just like my eyes hit the menu system in that. Like the just the user interface. And it's like they bounce off the screen and just fly apart and go, wah! Like,
Yeah,
I have so much trouble with it. Because there is just so much menu.
All I can say is that it just it doesn't ease you into anything. It just
No.
presents everything to you as is. Like, yeah, this is what we work with, and you get used to it. It's fine now. It doesn't bug me at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean that's pretty much. I don't. What else have I been playing? I mean,
I mean, we played some more Streets of Rage the other day.
That's true. Yeah, we kicked on a bit of that.
Which is good. I mean, that game to me does have a fair bit of longevity, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's not particularly long, but I feel like it's such a just bounce in, bounce out game.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's just like
you can just do it. Yeah.
I mean, it captures perfectly like the old Streets of Rage essence.
Yeah.
And I mean, you never really you bust through like a Streets of Rage game in like a couple of hours, and then you go and play it again. You'd never be like, oh, I've done everything. Now what? It's just for the fun of beating up guys that you play it.
And it does help too that with this, anyone who watched our stream should see it. There's like between levels and all that kind of stuff, there's like a progress bar thing that pops up with little like diamondy icons on it. Once you hit those, you unlock other characters. And the characters actually all play. This is, I think, the thing that they really nailed with it too, is that all the characters do play very differently. And I love that they have the old, what was it, 8 or 16-bit?
16-bit.
16-bit characters in there. It's just because they just play like the old 16-bit characters. So.
Yeah, like they kind of fit fairly seamlessly into the game world as it is. And I think like the idea originally when they were making the game was that you have the everything is beautiful and high definition and full resolution. Yeah. But then I think they were planning to have it so that you would like hit a button and then you could like switch between like new and old graphics.
Oh, like the
like the Monkey Island games and stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
But I think that kind of fell through. I feel like that was an idea that they had. I don't know where I'm getting this notion. I could be completely wrong.
That would have been a lot of work. Let's be fair. That would have been, you basically would have had to like just do those levels twice in the time span it takes to make the one game. Like that would have been nuts.
And I mean, you had they basically went and remade a whole bunch of enemies who were already in previous Streets of Rage games in HD. So I can see like the groundwork for that being laid out.
Yeah.
The
level design and like all the art would have been a lot of work.
Oh, absolutely.
I can see the pixel art. It's just almost being furious when someone brought it up. So you gonna have that level ready for me?
Well, they were...
Yeah, I got the level ready for you. So you gonna do it again?
I almost think that they would have had to literally just hire a pixel art specialist to be like, can you just convert this into pixel art? Otherwise, the only other option, I guess, would be to like just take the final art and then like crush it right down, which would just rubbish.
It wouldn't end well.
Yeah,
for sure. So, but I don't know, that it holds up just so well. Streets of Rage 4, like the gameplay just works. It all just works, and the netcode seems really good, which is something that so many brawlers now that like when on the odd occasion they do come out, it's something that 9 times out of 10 you got to be like, oh, I'm worried. It's really good.
And I think a lot of that is just because it's they either have, you know, delay-based netcode, or they've kind of like tried to build a netcode around something that wasn't designed with it in mind. Where if you've got a game that you're building from the ground up, you go, okay, there will be online co-op. It's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah.
And it shows. I heard that some people were talking about a potential re-release of Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, yeah, I did. I saw something pop up, and then I heard nothing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Because that was to do with the 10th anniversary of the movie happening, I think.
Oh, was that really 10 years ago?
Yeah, don't bring it up too much. But, yeah, because apparently a bunch of cinemas showed it again. Because they're like, hey, it's a 10-year thing. And everyone loved it. And, like, particular cinemas would just, went, hey, there was an uptick and a lot of people saw this year. Let's put out a thing and show it again. And I know that the same time I saw that was when I saw someone saying, hey, the Scott Pilgrim Brawler is a thing again. And if that happened and there was like I guess an updated version of it, I don't know. I can't, I don't know. They just have to fix the netcode, I guess, really.
But the netcode for Scott Pilgrim was fine.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was pretty good.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be keen to actually play it again because that was really good. I spent a lot of time, even by myself. I spent a lot of time in that. Actually,
I think that the thing that I didn't like about the multiplayer netcode that they had for Scott Pilgrim was, and this is the pettiest shit, but they didn't let me change the color of my character's shirt when you were playing multiplayer. You just had the default color. No, and so
I forgot that.
I think that they attributed the color to the player. So
that sucks.
I can't quite remember how it works. Obviously the game has been out of circulation for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't have the same freedoms that you did in like the local multiplayer.
In the local, yeah.
And that pissed me off, and that was kind of it.
That was, I always played as Kim Pine anyway, so that was just kind of, I'm just playing the redhead, so it never really fazed me too much in that one. So
no, I had to be blue shirt Scott, and they denied me that.
You know what you could have blue shirt in. You could have everything blue in. And you could have everything blue if you took the dive with me and Josh and started playing Warhammer 40k.
Oh, well, we have been playing Warhammer 40k. We've been playing Dawn of War 2, and all my boys are blue.
But we could play tabletop. We could play tabletop Warhammer 40k, James.
Well, let's have this conversation when I'm actually in the same state as you.
You just have to... No, see, we're getting ready. You know why we're going to get ready? Because you have to sell your kidney to play Warhammer 40k. and you have to have so much time on your hands to paint these little bastards.
Well, you see, Nick, here is the problem. Right now, I have a lot of time, but I have no money. But soon, I will have employment, but I will have no time. So, I don't know what the best... I think the win-win situation here is just to play Dawn of War 2. And have my blue boys just rock the field.
So just think though, you could have an actual field in front of you with your actual boys. How good would that be?
I have podcasts to edit. I have comics to draw and color. I got a crippling Phantasy Star Online addiction that I need to deal with.
You do.
I do not have time to paint miniatures.
But yeah, so customization in that, like, I would assume if they were going to re-release Scott Pilgrim, they'd deal with it. Because realistically, surely they know that everyone would want that.
I don't know. I feel like they would either like just release it as it was and just be like, this is everything.
Because they only really took that away because of a bunch of licensing stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, it was just license. The license ran out for Ubisoft, and they went like, and they just discontinued it. I think if you own the game, it's like one of those situations where you can still download it on the PS3 or the Xbox 360, but those are old, and I'd like to play them on newer hardware, or even just get a PC version, so like it's just always there.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, is that it's kind of stuck on those consoles, and because the license is out, they can't work on it to even patch in backwards compatibility. They're just not allowed to touch it. It's just got to sit there and die. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just ball bags.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, not all hope is lost in playing the game now. You can easily emulate the PS3 version. I don't know about the 360 version, but it doesn't matter. They're the same thing. Yeah. And like Lauren and I were playing it about a year back over Christmas break. We just downloaded it on her laptop and we're just kicking about in that. So and it worked fine. Yeah. And we even there was even like the DLC that they pulled. Remember the DLC that they pulled?
Oh God, yeah.
I think it was for the Wallace West DLC, where whoever they had contracted to make it is either Wallace or Knives, but one of them literally used sprite effects out of other video game. I think it was it was like Sonic Battle.
Yeah, so Knives, I know the Knives Chow character was still just there, like that came out and it was out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Wallace one.
The Wallace one did come out as well, but like they showed
they
showed previews of it, and people went, "Hang on, we know where those effects are from. You've literally taken it from a Sonic game, which is, if there's ever gonna be people who are like eagle-eyed going, I know exactly where that effect is from. It's a Sonic game."
Yeah.
And so it didn't work out very well for them. It was a bit of a PR nightmare. I think what happened was they just kind of hired whoever to make the sprites. They just got some cheap contractors.
Fiverr.
And because like a lot of like the I think it was the Wallace West moveset was just a recycle of Steven Stills, if I recall. And I think the Knives stuff was also a bit of a reuse from Kim Pine.
Yeah, it was. It had some different spinnies, I think, but yeah.
So it was just like it was clearly done as cheaply as possible.
No, they just wanted to bump that, and then it landed them in hot water.
Yeah, they didn't get Paul Robinson for those DLCs.
No, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, there's so much character in these characters that it kind of sucks that they become copy paste.
Well, that's like if so that to me is like if you made a Skullgirls DLC, or you added a character to Skullgirls, but instead of getting, I've totally forgotten the name, the designer for Skullgirls, it's gone, it's out of there,
Mike Z.
On. Because he did the designs, and it's like, okay, so if you just did it again, but you didn't get him to design it, and you just went, look, I've got a friend who'll do it on the fly, on the cheap. Mm-hmm. That's that kind of same thing where it's very specific to me how much love you can tell goes into these things.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna be like, it's gonna be like if you made a character in Skullgirls and it was just like a copy paste of other characters, which they did do, and it's doubled.
Well,
But yeah,
but that's the thing. Even double, you look at it and you play it, and you're like, work went into that still though. You feel like someone still put effort into doing that.
Yeah, there was effort put into double. I mean, she was clearly like we really want like another character. What can we do to make it as efficiently as possible? And they just kind of like stitched it together and gave us some lore. But I think Skullgirls is going to be at Evo this year.
Yeah, it's in their open pools tournament online thingy.
Yeah.
I did see that, and then I was like, it's pity I'm in Australia. So, because I wouldn't have minded at least seeing what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to try it and just, drown in pools real quick.
Yeah, I've got no doubt I'll be bodied, like, immediately. There is no hope of continuing in those pools. But yeah, it's just a case of I'm in Australia, so I'm not even going to try.
No, there's no point.
We'll see if we connect. Haha.
We don't. It'd be cool if there was an Australian online tournament. Maybe there is. I don't know.
I mean, there might
That'd
be.
be
I'm
nice.
not sure. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be interesting. I'd like to see what. And anyone listening to this, feel free to flick us a message on any of our piles of social media, like Twitter or Facebook or whatever. That I'd like to see what the kind of flavor of this country is, if you know what I mean. Because you see in America, they're basically running, like, there's like a thing for all of them. But when you start looking at Australian communities around nerd stuff like this, it tends to kind of fall into, you know, usually a very select kind of set of favorites. Like, just to go straight back to a hobby that takes money and time again, miniature games. There is still, after years and years of just stagnant releases and bugger all rules, and the miniatures becoming so expensive it's stupid, there is still a massive Australian community for the Lord of the Rings tabletop game. There's still massive, like, tournaments and all that kind of stuff. And, like, you see it, I think, otherwise in Europe a little bit, because that's where the minis are made, and it's still got and, like, generally any miniature game has a big community in Europe because it's a miniatures game. That just seems to be a thing. But, yeah, like, so in that community, there's still a massive support for that. That's kind of fallen out everywhere else. So I would be interested to see what the Australian fighting game community cares about and is into at the minute.
Yeah, I wonder. I assume it'd be like a lot of like the mainstays, your Soul Caliburs, your Tekken, your Street Fighters, maybe some anime games here and there. Definitely Dragon Ball. Probably some Guilty Gear.
So suddenly we find out that Australia is like the what's that game that I've totally forgotten the name of? The weird guys that love it, install it on toasters and shit.
Melty Blood?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
I was like, bloody, blood. It's gone.
Dude, do you remember Bloody Raw?
Oh, geez, yeah. I loved that when it came out. And, it went nowhere, which sucks.
It had 3 or 4 games, but it just sort of like, I think it died in the early PS2 lifespan.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I didn't see it go beyond that. I don't know why. But, I mean, that was the same era that we had Battle Arena Toshinden going crazy, if you remember that.
Yeah, well, Battle Arena Toshinden was like it was earlier. Like, it was like kind of, you had Virtua Fighter, and then you had Battle Arena, and then I think Tekken came out, around that same time frame.
I remember that time frame, being about that. And I think when I was heavily playing Tekken 2, that was when I got a demo disc with Bloody Raw on it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man, the last one was like Bloody Raw 4 in 2004.
Ooh.
That's a shame.
It's time to bring Bloody Raw back, guys.
Yeah, bring it back.
Do it. It's like it's who doesn't want to turn into from a chick with tiny shorts and huge kazumkas into a weird bat claw beast demon. Let's just do it.
The rabbit.
I can't remember. Not gonna lie. It's gone. I don't remember the correlations of characters to animals.
It's just like a weird concept that I was totally there for. It was just
yeah.
It
was because it wasn't like your like X modes or anything like that, or it wasn't like I'll use this and it'll give me a buff for like a half a round. It was like, no, I'm gonna turn into my beast form. Yeah. And it was like your character changed how they fought a little bit, and there was a couple different moves, and it was literally like you had like almost a semi-tag system with one character, which was nice.
Yeah, I was just a kid when I played it, so I don't really remember.
I was bad at it. Yeah.
I don't remember much about it. I had a lot of fun with it, but it was one of those types of games. But now that I think back on it, what was the point to ever being human? Could you get knocked out of that form? Did you have like the beast form for a limited time? I don't remember.
So I'm pretty sure the beast form was just you turned into it. Like you fought for a bit, you got your nutsack power or whatever, then you turned into it. and I feel like you were more powerful as the animal.
Yeah.
But that could also have
definitely
been
were.
how I thought it went at the time.
I think I remember when you turn in like the girl who I am going to say was called Alice. I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
But she had like an attack where she would like kind of slide under a person and just like kick up with both legs. And if she was a human, they'd do like a little bounce. But if she was in her rabbit form, she would send him to heaven. And they'd never come down. And
I remember you doing that to me.
She's got those big kicky legs.
Yep. I remember you doing that to me. Exactly. I remember the camera like shooting through as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta see if I was right. Yeah, Bloody Roar, Alice the Rabbit. God damn. That was information that actually stayed in my brain for decades.
You nailed it, man. You've succeeded where others have failed.
I never needed that knowledge ever in my life, ever, and yet I have that.
Until this moment.
It's taking up brain real estate, dude. Like, I've forgotten a loved one's birthday, but I remembered Alice the Rabbit from Bloody Roar in, like, 1998.
Oh, wow. I mean, if you're going to remember anything, you might as well remember Alice from Bloody Roar. Something you can take with you to your retirement home.
To my grave.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was also the same era that we got into Soul Calibur, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe
at about that point.
I believe Soul Calibur was before Bloody Roar. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Soul Calibur was one of those games where when I first got my PlayStation 1, I had a demo disc that had a demo for Soul Calibur. But when I say demo, I mean it was literally just the pre-rendered intro for the game. You couldn't play it. You could just watch the intro for Soul Calibur.
I remember that.
Oh, sorry, Soul Blade.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. And then Soul Calibur came.
Forgot there was like a weird other yep.
Yeah.
See, I came to Soul Calibur, I think when you got your Dreamcast.
Yep.
I think that was my first actual taste of Soul Calibur. I don't think I'd touched it at all until I came over and you're like, hey, let me body you on this. I'm like, shit, okay. And it was like, I remember at the time just being like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You got weapons and stuff. It's clashes. It was really well thought out. Like, it was really good.
Well, Soul Calibur still holds up. I mean, I definitely feel that even going to the later Soul Calibur games, they're good, but Soul Calibur 1 is still the best one.
Yeah,
everything is just so much more fast and fluid. I think that they've kind of slowed down the later Soul Calibur games just a little bit, but it's noticeable.
Yeah, in comparison.
And I definitely have had the most fun with just Soul Calibur 1. It's just timeless. It's just like a perfect game.
Well, they did that re-release, didn't they?
They did.
That like HDifying of it.
They did, and they took out elements to it, which really bummed me out. They took out the quest mode where you could like unlock all the weapons and go through like this big, cool, grand story. And they've tried to add that into later games, but it's just not as good.
A bit, yeah. I didn't get it. I did get the latest one, and that was like actually the mode that I ran to try almost immediately because I was like, no, I remember that being super cool. Yeah, and it just didn't get me going. It didn't keep me in there. So
yeah, but there are some people who say that 2 is better than 1, but I never really got into 2 as much. I think I
do feel like I played 2 more, but it might have been because at the time I owned 2.
Yeah, you didn't have a Dreamcast.
So I didn't have a Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So I just had that thing where I just know that I'm pretty sure I played more 2, but because at the time being, 15, 16, you didn't really have all the options that you do these days. You little fucks with your new things.
I am pretty dirty that that my boy Huang just never Like I think he was in like 1 and 3.
Yeah, he skipped one, turned up again, then he disappeared again, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Or
there's
did
like
he
some
get?
there's like
Yeah.
some dude who kind of replaced him, but he has a different moveset.
Yeah.
And so like I mean, technically like Shang Tsai's moveset was the same as Huang's, but
Yeah.
he just had like his style was just like a little bit more aggressive. It was, I don't think it was really tweaked that much, but he definitely had like some stuff that just worked better for me. And
Yeah.
so, you know, I'll go back and play as like Shang Tsai in the later game. I think that's how you say her name. But yeah, it's not the same. It's not my boy. He doesn't
It's not the same.
doesn't do his big spinny midair split for no good reason when he wins anymore, you know?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that being a thing. Yeah. So, like, nostalgia-wise, this week's been a pretty big deal for me. Because, like, it's just things like Persona 4, man.
Yeah.
Like how out of the blue was that?
Just landed on PC.
Like,
Someone's
you
kind of
let me know it was coming out, and then I think it was literally the next day.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter someone going, Persona 4 the Golden out now on Steam. And I was like, what now? I wasn't ready.
I told you, dude. I
prepped
was like,
myself for this.
it's happening in a week, apparently, dude. You're like, what?
Yeah.
No. And then, bang.
Yeah. Like, I didn't believe because this was the first I'd heard of it.
Yeah.
So it just, I mean, and that actually, I did see the next day that Persona 4 was the most concurrently played RPG on Steam. Like it literally just went poof, like it just had the most people playing it. So surely that paves the way for us getting other Persona stuff, right?
I hope
like, surely,
like they're slowly bringing things in. So I mean, the original Catherine just kind of filtered in one day.
Yeah, that fell in. Yeah.
Now they're doing like the Persona one. So I don't know what they're how they're planning this stuff and how they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like chucking stuff at you. So like here is like the old Catherine like months before the new one releases. So I'm like, I don't want to get the old one, I want the new one.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait, I guess. And then they go, here's the best Persona 4 version, which really great that they did that because I mean that
because it was
version
on the
of the
Vita.
game, it was only on the Vita.
Yeah, I mean that was Persona 4 the Golden being on Vita was kind of the decider for me even picking up a Vita.
Me too.
Like it was good in the way that I wanted a Vita anyway. I was looking at it. I've been considering umming and ahhing because I had a lot of PlayStation 1 games on my my PlayStation account.
Yep.
And I knew that if I got a Vita, I would just have a portable PS1 effectively of those games.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you and me did our sweet like 174 part, I think, playthrough of it.
I think it was 180.
Yeah, it was up there somewhere, and we did that. I don't know why I specifically remember making the title card for 174. But I do. We did that, and I was like, that was really good. How do I do this ever again? And yeah, Vita, the Golden. All right, sweet. And that was how I had it. So now it's not stuck on the Vita anymore, which is nice.
Yeah. No, I mean, you could always have played the original one on the PS2 again, but the Vita one is just so much better.
Yeah, the Golden has so much more just stuff. Because I did do that first. I did get on the PS3.
Yeah.
You could get a version of, like, the vanilla version of 4.
Right.
And because it, like, popped up one day. It had been in the American one for a while. Mm-hmm. And then it hit the Australian one. I was like, okay, I've got to grab it. So you had that, and I'd done that, and I'd played that a bit, but then I was just like, no, I know there's stuff in the Golden that I wanted, and that I remember saying to you when we were playing the Vanilla 4, that I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if, and you were like, well, you know what? It's in the Golden. So yeah, that was so much of my reasoning for even picking up that Vita.
Yeah.
And now it's I can play it on my $2,000 PC that I just put together. I can play
honestly,
Persona 4.
Money well spent just for that.
Yeah. Realistically, it wasn't. It wasn't a bad idea. So
no, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's the thing too. Someone said to me, afterwards, they were like, "Oh, how's Persona 4?" And I was like, "Good. What fucking kind of question is that?" So I think they thought that maybe because it was an older game that I'd gone and picked up again, that I might have that little bit of like, you know, a bit of a glaze over my eyes of being like, yeah, it was really good, and then pick it up and go, oh, but I didn't.
Nah.
Because I picked it up and went, yeah, this is rad.
You know what? A really weird thing for me was, you know, I was going in thinking, well, you know, the game it's an old PS2 game that they ported onto the Vita. I know this is the Vita version. Presumably, they're going like, oh, it's only going to be like, you know, a certain size of screen, so we don't need to worry about making stuff too pretty. It's going to look crisp when it's nice and small. And if it looks blown up, it's going to be, it's not so great. It's
going to be,
But the port is really nice. And, you know, it's even got super sampling in it, which I didn't expect. And it looks just as crisp on my big monitor as it did on the Vita. So, it's a nifty little port. I'm really pumped about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally playing it on my, like, 34-inch TV. 34, 32, somewhere up there. And, yeah, it just looks really good.
Yeah.
I am genuinely surprised and happy about how well the port's done. Because that was you and me talked about that, like, almost first up.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what I said, but I know that was kind of your reaction of just, like, we got to see if the port's good, I guess.
Yeah.
And it, like, it hit me, too. I was just like, yeah, shit. Like, if they get it wrong,
it's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck if just the port's bad. But the port is so good.
Yeah,
and it's so smooth. And the game is so fucking stylish. Yeah, I'm just so happy with it.
Sega have been bringing out good ports for PC, I've noticed. Like, and I don't know how much of this went through, like, the Sega port division or if it was all handled in Atlas or what, but it's just, you know, it's very encouraging to see these older console games coming over and getting the attention that they deserve when porting them across, you know, and
it's just such a new lease of life. I feel they're not stuck on whatever they were.
Yeah. So that's cool. We got Persona 4 on PC now, and hopefully Persona 5 will follow suit, and maybe even, heaven forbid, Persona 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm hoping for 3. I want 3 to hit.
I'll tell you what though,
not the Vita version though.
No, or the PSP version, you mean?
Yeah,
you want Persona 3 fed?
Yeah.
The one thing that kind of struck me when I booted up Persona 4 and started playing it was, damn, that's a big font. Like, it didn't, you know, I didn't realize it. Yeah, it's gonna scale, and
damn boy, he's thick boy.
It's a big font.
He's a thick ass boy.
Is that like 18? Like, it's crazy.
Oh, jeez. That's great. I didn't even consider it. I was just like, yes, that's the text. It didn't even enter my mind.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at it like on a crummy old TV, or you're looking at it on like the Vita, you're like, yeah, this is perfectly sized.
Yeah,
so I
this
can read
is as big as it needs to be.
Now it's just like, I mean, it is very legible. Like, wow, I can read everything, no problem.
That's great. I'm loving this. Probably a bit too hard, but I am enjoying the fact that was one of your initial considerations.
Yeah,
they threw a font at you.
You can't miss it. I'll say that much. Like,
did you see that you can change the font?
No, can you?
Which was a little bit weird. I'm pretty sure it was literally something in the last couple of days that I remember looking through options and seeing that you could change the font.
Huh.
And I'm pretty sure it was Persona 4. I don't want to click around and fuck this audio up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4 where you could change the font to have it as like the Persona 4 font, and the two other ones I remember is kind of like a little bit more of a curvy, rounded one, or like a bit more of a straight edgy, liney one.
Okay, and that wasn't what was it called? Because like you're saying that, I'm like, oh, they also did that in the game I gifted you the other day as well.
Oh,
It's
did
like
they?
you're not thinking of Legacy of Dawn, Herald of Oblivion, are you?
Oh no, I haven't even installed that yet.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, no, I haven't even installed that one yet. I just remember looking through the options because I actually went through the options for Persona because I don't do this very often. Usually, I'm okay if I get a game to just go blah. I go, you've probably auto detected my shit, and just kind of see what happens. But yeah, I booted up Persona 4 and I was like, I need to make sure everything is on. And I think they had like a shadow detail down, which I was a little bit dirty on. I was like, you think? You thought? Nah. And so I fixed that. But
they do tend to do that with shadows though. Like shadows and reflections, even if you've got like really meaty machines, they tend to just like ratchet that down anyway, and you gotta go in and be like, no, ultra.
Yeah, give me.
It's like, are you sure you don't want normal? I want ultra.
Yeah. I do not want normal, plebeian. Yeah. But no, that was my only real thing in the options. I think I had to change. But I went in there and got some trading cards for it, which was nice. Yeah. Got my boy Kanji Tatsumi.
Tatsumi.
And
he's that punk.
Naoto Shirogane, and I was just like, and well, now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm like, wow, it really has hit something because it's nailed me remembering Japanese characters' actual names instead of giving them nicknames.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of gave me them, and I think for the first time ever, I've genuinely looked at a game and I've gone, you know what? I need to get all those cards. I want that badge.
You know what's going to suck though? You're going to get to a point where it goes, you have run out of card drops for this game.
Card drops, yeah.
You either have to trade with friends or you have to buy them on the store. And I bet this is going to be one of those games, if you buy them on the Play Store, it's going to be like $1 a card.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be garbage. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably like fund it by selling all the cards for games I don't care about.
That's true.
But I do like that as an option.
Yeah.
I think I've actually got 0.9 cents or something in my well, I say 0.9 cents, I think it's like 9 cents. Yeah. I think I've got like 9 cents sitting in my Steam account wallet at the moment because I sold a trading card a while back. So.
Yeah, I actually just took a look there and it looks like the trading cards are going for about like 60 cents or so.
Yeah, right.
Give or take. So still way more than usual since the average card price is like 5 cents.
Yeah, but, exactly.
I guess there are enough people playing the game that the card price is going down. Speaking of trading cards in Steam, that has made me remember that there are some games you can't get in Steam anymore, right? Like it's just they no longer exist because of licensing.
Yeah. And
you can still download and play the game, but you just can't buy it.
You can't buy it, yeah.
Something I didn't realize that an extension of that in Steam is you can't get the trading cards for the game anymore.
Really?
And so that means you can't ever complete the badge that goes along with the game and get the background or whatever naturally.
Yeah.
So that really sucks for me when I was going, oh, I only have 2 more cards that I need to get for Transformers War on Cybertron or whatever. Not War on Cybertron. The Platinum game that was the Transformers one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was really good actually.
Devastation. Transformers Devastation.
Yep.
And like I literally only needed to get 2 cards. And you can't get them anymore.
That sucks. Why is that? Why'd that fall off? That seems like a weird one to fall off.
I don't know. Well, it was just like Activision had a bunch of games that they were getting Platinum to do. They did The Legend of Korra. They did Transformers. I think they might have did something else as well. And they kind of just went, well, we've got this, got the license, and they do it with a lot of things. Like Deadpool is no longer able to be bought.
Yeah, I did see that, actually, yeah.
There are a few games that pop up here and there that you can't get anymore. Although, part of me is thinking that maybe you can get Deadpool again.
I know there was a bit of a push because
I feel like that might have came back.
Yeah, like that happened, and I think a lot of people were like, "No, man," and I think that might have pushed them to do something about it.
Oh no, I can't find it in the Steam store, so I guess it is gone.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was just, a little bit like, oh, I cannot get this
That
game
sucks.
anymore.
That. Yeah, because like I would have thought that was like an internal thing. I don't know. That just I would have thought that you would have been able to get them still. So.
Yeah. It's just like.
But I guess at the same time, if you have them on the store and people are buying them, that's I guess giving Steam money for a license that they don't have.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all garbled. We're living in a new age.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe one day I'll get lucky and I'll get like a booster pack for Transformers, and I'll finally complete
You'll complete your set of cards on Steam. So, yeah, I don't know. I've never finished them before. I don't know what the point is. I don't know why I'd do it. I just know it's there, so I want to do it. And I've got the feeling that's what they were going for.
Yeah, pretty much. You can just sell the cards on Steam and maybe make a little bit of money if you want, and not much, but you can make a little bit. And that can go towards your thing, or you can just save them and collect the cards that you want, and just sort of just build up your levels on Steam. Okay, my mind has dialed to another thing. Speaking of Steam,
right. Yeah,
you know how the other day we were talking on the main podcast about how I've only completed 16% of my games out of all the games I have.
Yeah, that's
and how you guys have done 14 or 12 or whatever.
I think I've done 15. I think 15% of my whatever.
And I was getting a little bit ribbed about how you've got so many games you haven't really finished much. But can I just say 16% of 1,020 games is way more games completed than 15% of 100.
Yeah. I know. I thought you were going to bust out with some knowledge about how they calculate that and what they count as a completed. But no, you're just mad.
I'm just defending myself because I feel like I got ripped on for being lazy when in fact I'm prolific.
Jesus. I just went a totally separate direction to where I thought it was going. So it really just fucked me up. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Another thing that I just started playing it. I haven't gotten very far at all. So I don't know, if it's even worth me talking about, really.
Right.
But I picked up Outward the other day, and because it was on sale at GOG for $15, and it's kind of like a big open world RPG.
Okay, let's just really quickly. Was that something that you sent a video to me of?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go with letting the people know a little bit of behind the scenes on where my brain usually goes when stuff like this happens. You out of the blue sent me a video, and I read the name of it, and I thought that was the name of a game that we talked about on the main podcast that you played with Josh that was garbage.
No.
And I thought you were just showing me. So when you sent that to me, I said, oh no. But then you sounded really excited. And I was like, oh, what? And so I kind of thought, I'll go and take a look at that later, I guess. And I never did.
Well, you never watch what I send you. And frankly, I'm sick of it.
You know, Josh, I don't have to worry about suddenly seeing assholes with pineapples in them or anything. But yeah. I just totally forgot about that one because I'd initially thought you were going, hey, look at the bad thing.
Nah. Even if I was going to show you a bad game, I would send you a video that's entertainingly showing you how it's a bad thing. I'd never send you something that's just this is shit. Enjoy.
It's like serving up a meal that you know that you've like half cooked one side and burnt the other. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this chicken is very old. Enjoy.
This chicken is very old and these potatoes are raw. Just
You're
fucking
waiting.
go for it.
You wait for a butt, but there's nothing. It's just here you go. But yeah, so I started playing that, and it seems like a cool game. But it does a thing that I haven't seen in a modern game in a long time, and that is split screen co-op.
Oh yeah, the only other thing I've seen with that for ages was Borderlands 3 put that in. But yeah, you're right. Like that doesn't really appear.
Yeah.
Very often at all anymore.
And in an open world RPG, no less.
Yeah, that's and you got to think too. Like that's the kind of thing that, with how much beefier our systems are now than they were at the time when that was a big thing, you would have thought that'd be a bit more viable. So, but yeah, no. So they've put it in something cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What RPG?
Yeah. So it's I hear that it's got like, it's not a game without its issues. Like there's no fast travel system, so like the best way to fast travel is to let yourself die, because you never really die. You just have defeat scenarios, and so you'll wake up after you've jumped off a cliff and broken your legs, and you'll be like in a different place where people have like dragged you to, and you're like, good, I have traversed the map.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
So, but yeah, the game seems like pretty cool. They just released an expansion like today, I think. And so I'm going to give the game a bit of a shake and see what I think about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. Like, I actually am pretty excited to try some of the games that were in the itch.io bundle for racial justice and equality.
Yes.
I'm looking at it now because you sent it to me and I didn't even know it was a thing. There is a lot of games. A lot of games in that. Like itch.io, I don't know how this is going to sound. I'm not a massive proponent for, because I don't know, like I can't put into my head a system that seems like it doesn't really have a quality control kind of system. If you know what I mean, like it's just, I'm sure there is something there.
In a lot of ways, itch.io has like the same kind of quality control system that Steam does at this point. They'll let anyone
can get mad.
Yeah, and it's just up to the user to have their own discretion about it. So, but I mean, like this pack is just people who have volunteered their game to it. There are some really good ones in there. There are some games that are clearly just tech demos. There are some other games that aren't great. Whatever. It's all for charity, and it's just all a lot of games. You get like 1,020 games or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
There's like 59 pages of games.
Yeah.
But there is like the first thing I saw on there was, you hear my mouse move a little bit. Was a game called Overland. Now, Overland is a game that I have stared at for months now, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on, and I don't know. And I haven't done it, but yeah, now suddenly like you've gifted me this bundle that's happened, and it's right there, and it's like squad-based survival strategy, and it's like little procedural things, and like whatever disasters happened, and you just like these couple of people and a dog trying to get resources and just live, drive your car from place to place, and it looks really cool. It's a really cool idea, but I've never pulled the trigger. But now it's in this bundle with like 1 million games, so sorted. I can try it out, and like without wondering whether it's worth picking up, because now I have it.
Yeah, there's something for everyone in that bundle, and they managed to raise over $8 million.
It was a lot of cash.
And it was a minimum $5 donation fee to get it.
Yeah.
So some people dug really deep, and some people like me just did multiple purchases. Like I gifted that to you, Dave, and Josh.
Yeah, nice. There's probably some multiplayer in there too that we can all hit. So
yeah. So that's pretty good. And I just noticed that they brought out like a Silent Hill expansion for Dead by Daylight. or I guess.
Oh
character
yeah,
packs.
it's a crossover event kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a straight up crossover. I don't think it's an event that's going to go away from what I saw anyway.
Yeah.
Man, Dead by Daylight's a weird spot for me because I want to like it, but I don't think I will. If you know what I mean. Like I like the idea of the game, and it's bringing in stuff that I like from movies. I like my horror films. I like my slashers. I like all that kind of stuff. But I'm just not like a multiplayer, 1v4 thing. Like those games just never mesh with me. I've never played one that I've ever gone, I need to spend a lot more time in this.
Which ones have you played?
I can't remember. There was another horror-y one where there was like the guy, the one guy'd be like a predator-y kind of dude and bounce around the room. And he was invisible. I think.
Yeah. That's
and I played that. Evolve, I think it was. There was that one.
Evolve
where someone plays the monster.
Yeah, that was Evolve.
Yeah, and that wasn't good.
That didn't do well like across the board though.
Yeah. But like they're the only two that really stick in my head. But I think that's because I don't really try those games, and I've got it installed on my Xphone because it's on Game Pass. I've got a couple friends that play it, and they're pretty keen for me to play it. So, and I did jump in and do the tutorial.
Right.
So I haven't actually played the game yet. But I'll probably try it soon. I'm hoping it's good because it's obviously a small, fairly like relatively small developing house for it, and I kind of like I want to see that be a success. They're doing a thing that I like, but I just feel like they might have put it in a format that's not going to gel with me.
Yeah, I wonder. I've seen people play the games on YouTube and stuff like that. I haven't played them myself, and some of them seem like, I don't know. It looks like it could be fun. But it is weird though. Whenever you make an asynchronous multiplayer game,
Friday the 13th. That was the other one I played.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And Friday the 13th is, what I understand, very similar to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
But it's part of, I think, the charm of watching people play those games is when they don't have their mics on, and there's like some dude playing the monster, and they try to do like a scary voice. And
really?
They really role play it, and it's really cringe, bro. But it's also
it would be.
It's just it's like, wow, look at this. I don't know. It doesn't.
It speaks to a particular kind of player, I feel, to play as the monster. The bad thing.
The monster rotates, so that the idea is like you're in a lobby, and then you play until you get to be the monster, and then you can walk around and be like, "I will cut off your toes," and try to scare everybody.
I will make a necklace from your tonsils.
Your fingies are coming with mingies.
Just imagine, oh man, now I have to play it. Now I have to play it so that I can be like, hi guys, it's me, Jiminy, and I'm here to talk to you about your fucking liver. I'm gonna eat it. Just, I really, I feel like that's where I need to be in life.
What if you role played as like a door-to-door salesman? And just like try to, whenever you see people, be like, just like,
come on, just let me in. This vacuum cleaner has a vibrating action. It'll vibrate your floor. Your carpet, usually stagnant, now vibrating. Isn't it great? And just
although I'm selling some dictionaries, like just. But yeah, so that could be fun. Like
man,
as long as everyone's
You've just given me a goal. Like I've never considered it before. I've never thought about a viable option to make these games slightly more fun for me, but now you've done it. I need to figure out a character and just use it.
You have to never talk when playing as a person,
as a survivor,
even though communication is technically key. and only speak when you're the monster, and just be like, just really commit to the role that you give yourself. I saw a great one where it was an Only Plays video of Friday the 13th.
Oh, no.
Where he
he
started hitting people on his team, and they were chasing him around, and so he started screaming out for Jason to help him, and then Jason showed up, and he was like, he sided with him, he was like, no, Jason, they're in there. It's like, okay. And
he started befriending him, opening doors for him and stuff.
Oh, it's great.
Oh man, that just, how pissed would you be if you were one of those survivors?
Well, one of them chased him around with a frying pan for a while. They really hated him.
Oh,
I mean, good.
I can, but no, I think, the Silent Hill stuff coming into that. Is it goddamn Pyramid Head? It's always fucking Pyramid Head.
Yes, Pyramid Head and what is her name? The protagonist from number 3. I keep thinking Claire Redfield, which is very wrong.
That is incorrect. I played 3 for about like half an hour, but I don't know. I cannot remember. Is it Jessie?
No, it's Heather.
Heather.
Yeah.
Right. Because she's Harry's daughter from the first game, which means that every ending, other than the ending where he escapes in the first game with his daughter, is garbage. So you only have that one ending. The one end. So if you get any other ending and you go, oh, I got this ending, you get to look someone in the eye and say, no, you didn't, because Konami said no. Based an entire game around every other ending being wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that 3. The 3 was. Yeah.
It's called canon, Nicholas. Maybe you've heard of it. That was the canonical ending. Believe it or not, like them walking into a room to see a dog controlling a flying saucer was not the true ending. That should have been the true ending. I feel that was 2. I think was that one. There was like an ending like that. I think for all of them. There was. I think 1 had the UFO. Yeah.
And then 2 had the dog.
Yeah. Like 1 was a UFO, and 2 was the dog that controlled the UFO.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's James is like, it was you all along.
It was you all along.
And it's just a dog.
Oh god. But yeah, no, okay, so she's there. She's so that, I guess that makes kind of sense for her being kind of autonomous in that, because
but then again, now I think about it, that makes no friggin' sense, because Pyramid Head is not Heather's monster.
No, he's not. That's my problem with everything that they do with Silent Hill now. Is that every promotion with Silent Hill goes, oh look, it's Pyramid Head. Hasn't he got a juicy ass and big arms? And you're like, I don't give a fuck. He's not supposed to be here today.
Nah, he's not.
He was like, because that was the thing that I don't think anyone else that's tackled Silent Hill in a professional capacity, they don't seem to understand that the monster in a monster in any Silent Hill game is gonna be relatively specific to that. Like, there's some that kind of bleed a little bit because they're like the whole series, well, like at least the initial first few, are literally just built around the psychoses of the person that you're playing.
Yes.
And everything is supposed to be generally tailored to them. And they continued it obviously like Homecoming and Downpour and stuff, but those games weren't as good. So
and I think they still had Pyramid Head at some point in them. Like,
yeah.
That's the thing. The developers go, oh, we have to have the iconic Pyramid Head in our game. That is not about James Marsden. Wait, it wasn't Marsden, was it?
It might have been Marsden. It was James.
No, I'm thinking. I'm confusing my. I'm getting Silent Hill and Red Dead protagonists confused.
Oh yeah, jeez. Yeah, but no, it was. Yeah, the Pyramid Head's real specific, and I don't want to be that guy that gets anal about it.
James Sunderland. Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy that gets like really anal about that, because this is one thing where like I played the Christ out of 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
and that was kind of it. That's where my Silent Hill experience really ended.
Mm-hmm.
So I only really know what those games told me.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is that I play those, I go, well, that means this, and this thing is canon. And then someone else goes, but it's not, because they did a run back in fucking Silent Hill Ars Bourgeois Z edition. And it's like, oh, well, okay. They did the run back. I get, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you can really like. There are some where they kind of go like, "Oh, Shattered Memories." I think is sort of a retelling of one.
Yeah, that's a bit of a retelling of one with like a weird ice motif.
Yeah, and like static monsters and stuff.
Yeah, which I don't really get.
I think but the way I kind of see it is like anything past the room, just ignore it.
Yeah,
because it's not Team Silent.
Because Team Silent got relegated to making fucking mobile games, didn't they? Or pachinko fucking simulators.
They got put on bullshit detail.
Yeah, and I mean, and 4 was good, and that was only half the team, from memory, because like while the team was doing Silent Hill 3, they kind of like separated them off to basically pump another game out at some point.
Yes, yeah. 3 and 4 were they were two. They split the teams and they worked on both of them like at the same time.
And 4 was really good. I liked 4. I didn't actually play it myself. I sat there and watched someone else play it.
Yeah.
I think on the GameCube of all things. But I sat and watched them play. But 3, I've played like half an hour of. But they changed it up in a way that made it kind of a bit more combat oriented. Which there was always combat in those games. Like that was always a thing. But it was always like the focus was obviously the pants shitting terror.
Yeah.
But then it felt like it was a little bit the other way, where the combat was kind of initial and the pants shitting terror was secondary in 3.
Yeah, for what I understand with 3, they tried to make the combat a little bit easier to do. It's still not great. But that's maybe that's one of those games that we should look at doing a stream or a playthrough of or something.
Yeah.
Because I never went through 3, I am totally curious because that's the thing about like the Silent Hill games is that their stories are really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And like I'm really interested in the lore, but I'm a big baby and I don't play them. So it's one of those situations where it's like you read the wiki and you're like, oh wow, this sounds great.
Yeah, you hear about it. It sounds really good. Yeah.
But yeah, like be interested to see that. Like that and Rule of the Rose is another one that is hard as balls to get. So I don't know what the viability on that one is.
That is a game that I've wanted to play for so long. So long. But it is so hard to get your hands on that I just haven't. It's just not been viable.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes it tricky. It was basically banned everywhere except for like a couple of countries in Europe, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But that being said, like that then makes it so that if you want to get a copy, you've got to work out how much your body parts are worth to
they're super duper expensive.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about it is that like the stuff it was banned for, it's just like mild overtones. There's nothing explicit in the game. It was just people didn't like that it was a dark game, I guess, and they're like, oh no, think of the children. And it just
as they want to do with video games.
Yeah. Like it is implied at one point in the game that there is, because you're in like an orphanage. Yeah. And it's implied that one of the caretakers was abusing one of these girls. Now, nothing's ever shown. You do fight her, like
embodiment of it, don't you? Or something?
Yeah, the embodiment of her, and she's like, her attack is vomiting, and people going like that represents morning sickness and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's as as explicit as that gets. But those undertones made the I don't know who censors stuff in Europe. They go like, nah, get rid of this I can't have my 8-year-old play this one.
Yeah,
So-
some Karen somewhere didn't understand that video games have ratings for a reason, etc. Yeah,
Yeah.
as is usually the case with anything.
I
like
think this is also around the same time as the Manhunt scandals.
Oh,
So
jeez,
people were really like the people. Yeah, they were just really kind of being
ready
very
to
tetchy
scream at
about video games. Yeah,
But just and a lot of that came from, you know, the whole thing of people just going, but video games are for kids. It's like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
bud. Like a lot of the people at that point that played video games as kids were growing up. Like it's.
I still love the hot coffee controversy. I love that they go,
Oh.
hey, if you get the hot
Jeez.
coffee, if you get the game
Oh,
of Grand Theft Auto on your PlayStation,
yeah.
there is no way to access it at all, but there is some old code that has a really bad sex
Forgot about
minigame
that.
that's like a Dance Dance Revolution ripoff
Yeah.
that can only be accessed if you play the PC version and download
Yeah.
specific files.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you better believe that your children are playing Grand Theft Auto and having virtual sex.
Yeah.
And
It
it was
was
just
garbage.
incredible.
It was stupid.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, you got to look at it too in the context of the fact that that's GTA.
hmm It's an
you're
adult game.
It's an adult game. You're running around murdering people, like stealing cars and all this kind of stuff. But then, we think that's an action thing that happens in video games. But if you get your ding dong a ling in someone else's scoochie macoochie, then that's the worst thing that anyone's ever known in a video game. And I'm just sitting there like, maybe no one should tell them about True Love 95. So.
Well, True Love 95 wasn't animated, so I mean, it's. And I'm pretty sure there was mosaics on it.
I
can't
think so.
remember. It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
I don't think you actually saw much in that.
Yeah.
But it was-
But no, well, I mean, this was True Love 95 was never on store shelves as well. That was the
No.
thing that apparently made it like all the worse. Like it's on store shelves and it's a popular game, and so like obviously, parents are just buying adult games for children. I mean.
Well, they're not looking at the content of what they're buying their kids. That's the stupidest
I mean,
thing.
like, let's sidestep the fact at the moment that the content was not actually accessible. It
Yeah,
was like
exactly. It
yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't
even
actually
there.
in the game.
Yeah,
You couldn't
yeah.
enter a code. It just wasn't there. It was just cut content that was still on the disc, and it's just one of those things where people will overreact. But then, interestingly enough, like you look at GTA 5, and you can get prostitutes in your cars, and you can go in
Yep.
first person mode, and
Trevor exists
Trevor
as a character.
exists. Yeah,
Like-
you see Trevor's dick a few times, and it's just it's interesting how attitudes have changed, and
yeah.
how people are just they're getting used to the idea that these are adult franchises.
Well, I
and they're
think
not
that
for children.
I think the only way that happened though is that like people like us are of an age to be in positions where those decisions help get made.
Yeah,
Like I really feel like that's what it took. It like a lot of the like the rage from weird parents that just refused to look at content that their children were taking in and refused to understand that they should actually take an interest in what their kids were playing and watching.
yeah,
Those people kind of like, I feel like they're still just crotchety and old, but they aren't like, in their 30s and 40s with the ability to actually even keep up with this shit now.
yeah. A lot less
So-
parents are freaking out about what their children
Yeah.
are playing because they grew up with video games and they know what
Yeah.
the score is.
Yeah.
So there's less like people going like, my child was playing this game and I saw a penis. But
Yeah. That, to be fair though, that's still it is still a bit of a thing where you do see some parents will just let their kids play some horrendous shit.
yeah,
Like some horrendous shit.
I think what you really hear about more than the content of the games now, because I mean, like, you take a look at some of the stuff that if you turn on or turn off filtered content on Steam, you can find all kinds of horrendous shit just like waiting there. But you don't. There's been no controversy about that.
No.
What you find now is that parents are more angry that in their negligence, children become addicted to games, and they haven't tried to solve the problem. They've just kind of gone like, I should be getting paid by Epic or some shit because my kid's playing a lot of Fortnite, and I'm not comfortable with this. You're seeing stuff like that, and you're seeing stuff like, my child was playing a game on my iPad and he spent $7,000 on Funbucks.
Yeah, that too.
And so those are the main things that we're really seeing. It's no longer about what content are the kids consuming. It's how they do it. Is my child shitting himself because he won't go to the toilet because he's too busy playing the Fortnite?
Yeah.
And I think that for the most part,
control your kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really what it comes down to.
It's always been that. That's always been the answer. Monitor your children.
Yeah, monitor your children. Take an interest in what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to your goddamn kids. Like I've got my 2 kids. They exist. Of course, I want to be able to share in this hobby with them. Of course, I want to be able to play video games with them. I'm not just gonna say jump on the Xbox and hit up my library though. Like that's not a thing. It's not. I like pay attention to what they're playing. I give them things to play. I float around while they do play some of them to make sure that I can explain things that are happening. Like at the moment, both of my kids are massively into Ratchet and Clank.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know that's fine? Yes. Why? Paid a lot of attention to it.
I don't know, Nick. A lot of innuendos. One of the games was called Up Your Arsenal. Bad parenting, maybe.
It is. It is. And one of my kids laughed at that because they've heard me literally tell someone to shove something up their ass before. So, that's an aside. That's kids. But that's it though. And like fucking down to Roblox. Fucking Roblox is a cesspool. But you know what you can do? You can limit how much they play. You can turn off all the communication. You can set the fact that it's for someone under 13 playing to make sure it doesn't show anything beyond that. Like there's options there. But people just seem to still do that thing where they're like, nah, my kid's wicked.
Man,
no, he's not.
My kid's fantastic. I remember playing way back in the day, Wizard 101. And that was the kind of game that was like, it was really built around the safety of children playing the game. I didn't play much of it because even at the time when I played it, I'm like, I'm too old for this. This is not targeted for me. But the problem was that like it was a well-made game. So it's the type of game where it's like if you wanted to play games with your children in like a multiplayer setting, Wizard 101 would have been a good game for it.
That would have been it, yeah.
I mean, it's still around, but it was one of those things where it's like you cannot chat. Like communication is like heavily restricted. Like you need to like have I think you need to get you gotta pay for it, so you have to have a subscription, I'm pretty sure. And I think you also have to have a like some kind of like parental consent to allow you to type.
Yeah, it like your parents got to log in, I think.
Yeah,
is the key there.
And unless I'm mistaken, the only other way you could communicate was by selecting like predefined phrases.
You had little like the phrases and emotes that you could do.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. You and me like tried. I think we were like 16, maybe
something 17. Like that. We're in high school.
We tried it, and I remember the fact that to talk, you had to alt tab out of the game, and at the time we were using like MSN Messenger.
Oh yeah.
So we had to like alt tab out of the game, type at each other, then tab back in. And the problem was you'd type to the other one, and then you'd go back to your game, and you'd sit there and you'd wait, and the other, like whichever one of us would just be standing there. Yeah. So you're like, I think he's reading my message.
Yeah.
And then you'd hear a little ba-doom as like, you read my message.
Yeah. So I really liked how that game had a battle system where it was a turn-based combat system, and the moment you started the fighter thing, it would just go like, okay, here are the enemies you're fighting, here's where you're standing, there are 3 more spaces where anyone can join in.
Yeah.
And that was just such a cool little idea to me. I really, really liked that, and I haven't seen it in anything else. Maybe Toontown. But that, I think that's long dead.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I haven't heard about it for a long time.
But just quickly, like, speaking of good parents, I watched Ponyo the other day.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And like I don't know if I'd say that the mum was a good parent. She
Nah,
sure did
she's
leave
garbage.
her kid in like peril a lot.
Yeah, no,
But-
she's miserable.
But I did really enjoy just how much she just went with shit.
Yeah.
Like the kid's like, hey, there's a girl running on the waves. She's like, oh, what, where? Like,
Yeah.
She didn't do the
No,
don't be
consistently.
stupid stick. She was just like, yeah, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
She really rolled with the punches, and I found that like a refreshing take on a parent character.
Did you watch it in English or in Japanese?
Japanese.
Okay, you missed some fucking sweet Liam Neeson voiceover action.
Yeah,
'cause-
Laura mentioned that
yeah.
Liam Neeson voiced it, but yeah, she also said that like Liam Neeson was the guy, but Ponyo is way more annoying in English.
Yeah, no, she is. Yeah, because the first time I watched it way back, it was in Japanese, and then when it came on Netflix recently, I'd left it in English for my kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, wow. And it first came up, and I was like, I know that voice. And I was like, wait, I have a certain set of skills. Like that's Liam Neeson. Like, that's who that is. And then, but yeah, as it went on, I was just like, Ponyo is just. I wanted to stop. I wanted to give it up. I want a voice to fall out.
Yeah.
It's too much, I feel, most of the time. So, there we go. But no, I think, like, Ponyo did that thing where there's, like, certain Ghibli films that I can watch. I think we've talked about before, that I can watch and I can be interested in the whole time. And there's certain ones that I just kind of snooze a bit in.
Yeah.
But Ponyo, actually, I kind of, like, yeah, just kept watching it. It was good.
Yeah, Ponyo was good.
It was good.
Had a lot of fun with it. Yep.
All right.
Anyway, I guess that's it.
I was going to say, that's we hit, like, a weird moment there. I'm like, shit, I think we're done.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's this week's After Dark.
Okay, guys. Thanks so much for listening. I've been Jamie.
I've been Nick.
And remember to shop at Cyber Michael's Used Car Emporium. Hover Car Emporium. Shit! Fucked it up. Fucked it up. No. Oh.
I was sitting here wondering whether you were going to fuck that up, and I was like,